today I am going to start showing you about the letter N. We've done M, and now we're gonna move to N. So this is the letter N for nest. N makes the N sound. N. So whenever we write our letters, we always start at the top. Remember our song, where do you start your letters at the top? So we're gonna start by the smiley face again. And just like M, you're gonna start at the top and you're gonna make a big line down. Then you're gonna jump back to the top, slide down, and come straight up. So that is an N. Let me show you again. You start at the top. You make a big line down, jump back up to the top, slide down like you're sliding on a slide, and then you come straight back up and stop. That is the letter N. N. Now we're going to move to our N sheet. And this is where we write our N's. Does anybody know what this picture is? It's kind of a funny picture. And it's something that you may have seen but not know the name of. But it starts with an N. And this is called a nozzle. Everybody say nozzle. A nozzle is what is on the end of your hose at home and it squirts. So this is the nozzle. I'm sure you have used your nozzle before on your hose. Hopefully not to squirt anybody if they don't want to be squirted, but that's the nozzle that starts with N. Now remember, N makes the N sound. Your tongue is hitting the roof of your mouth right really super close to your teeth. N, N, that's N. So now we're gonna practice writing our N's. So if you start here at this N right here, and you start at the top and you make a big line down, jump back up to the top, slide down, and come right back up. So you're gonna start by drawing this N. Then you're gonna move down to these 4 N's. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you are going to trace these N's. Now remember, you always start at the top. And we have a little cheater right here. He tells us where it's a smiley face and he tells us where we should be starting. So he kind of helps us out. He's a helper. And we start at the top, make a big line down, jump to the top, slide down, and come right back up. That's 1. Start at the smiley face, make a big line down, jump up, slide down, and come back up. That line, when you come back up, is just a straight line up. So it's not like the M where you're climbing up, you are just coming straight up. So you go to the number 3, which is right here, big line down, jump to the top, slide down, and come right back up. And then number 4, big line down, jump up, slide down, and climb back up. So that's our 4 N's. Now you're going to flip your paper over. Sheet, you're going to write your first name and your last name at the very bottom of your sheet. I'm going to write Mrs. Shirley, and you are going to write your first name and your last name. Mrs. Shirley. You're going to write your first and last name. Then you're going to jump up to the top of this paper, and you are going to write 4 N's on your own. So you're going to trace your first N, start at the top. Then you are going to make 4 of your own N's. Now remember to touch the top line and the bottom line with your pencil when you make your N's. So you're starting at the top, big line down, jump up, slide down, touch that bottom line, and come right back up. There's 1 N. big line down, jump up, slide down, touch that bottom line, and come back up and touch the top line. There's 2. Start at the top, big line down, touch that bottom line, slide down, touch the bottom line, come back up and touch the top line. That's 3. And then you start at the top, big line down, slide down, and come back up. So there's 4 ends. If you would like to make some of your own lowercase ends, you can. It's up to you. I'm not going to be making any lowercase ends, but if you would like to practice, you certainly can. We're going to talk about words that start with the letter N. N makes the N sound. The first word that starts with N is nest. Nest. The next word that starts with N is nose. Nose. And next is the number 9. 9. And next is net. Net. And napkin. Napkin. Nuts. Nuts. Oh, you guys are gonna like this one. This is a ninja. Ninja. And nail. Now there are 2 kinds of nails. A nail that you use a hammer to hammer into a piece of wood, or a fingernail. So there's 2 different words. 1 word for 2 different things that mean nail. Nail. And to go with your nails is nail polish. Nail polish. Now, 2 friends in our school have a name that starts with M, and the first one is Natalie, who is in Miss Erin's morning class, and her name starts with an N. N-A-T-A-L-I-E. Natalie. Hi, Natalie. I hope you're doing great. And our second friend in our school is another girl, and she is in Miss Erin's afternoon class, and her name is Nora. N-O-R-A. Nora. Hi, Nora. I hope you're doing great. Friends, we have one last thing to do with our N lesson, and that is read a book. And this book the title is called Whose Nest? And we're gonna read all about different kinds of nests in this book. It's actually kind of a guessing book. You're gonna have to guess the nest. Whose Nest? And it's illustrated by Guy Troughton. And illustrator is the person who draws the pictures in the story. Whose nest? I weave my secret nest with bark from honeysuckle tree. This oval hideaway keeps my babies warm at night. I nibble sweet berries and gnaw on hazelnuts. Who am I? And this is the question it's asking us. Whose nest? So let's open it up and find out. I am a mouse. I climb brambles and branches. I climb brambles and balance on branches. Soon I will take a long winter's nap. And there's his little nest right there. So it was a mouse. All right, let's see who's next. I build my sturdy nest with strong sticks and soft mosses. This huge home sways on the branches of the tallest trees, rocking my chicks to sleep. Who am I? That's the question. Whose nest? Wow, that looks like a big nest. Let's see who it is. I am an eagle. I soar and swoop above the treetops and over the land. Each year, I make my nest bigger. Wow. I form my nest with soft, sticky foam. It hangs on a log or a branch. This bubbly nest lets my tadpoles grow. Soon they will hatch and splash into the water. Who am I? Whose nest? They gave us a clue. It said tadpoles. I wonder whose babies are tadpoles. Did you guess? Did you guess? Did you guess? Did you guess? Let's see. I am a frog. I'm actually a tree frog. I climb up in tree trunks and perch on lofty boughs. At night, I look for insects to eat. I lay hundreds of eggs on colorful coral. This watery nest is hidden from harm, hungry hunters, and whooshing water. Who am I? Whose nest? Who do you think? It's underwater. This looks like it might have been from a movie. Let's see. Oh, it looks like Nemo. I am a clownfish. I flit and float through the tickly tentacles of an anemone. Swimming on the reef, we are very safe. I nestle into tall grass and cushion my nest with fluffy fur and cuddly leaves. This snuggly bed blankets my babies while I munch on sweet, crisp clovers. Who am I? Whose nest? That's the question. There's a question. I am a rabbit. I hop, hop, hop across soft, sun-soaked grass. If it rains, I nuzzle in a warm, dry burrow. Ooh. I tunnel in the deep, dark earth to make my sheltered home. This den of waxy cups is built quietly below the bustling garden. Who am I? Whose nest? I am a bumblebee. I buzz and bounce from flower to flower. When winter comes, I hide from the snow and cold. I dig through the dry, dusty dirt for the perfect place to lay my eggs. This hushed hole is cozy and moist. Here, my eggs will be snug until they hatch. Who am I? Whose nest? I am a gecko. I slink and search for food beneath the stars. But when the sun shines, I will curl up to snooze. I tuck away my tiny nest. It is soft and made with moss and feathers. This little haven can barely be seen in a tree. Perfectly perched, it will not topple in the wind or a storm. Who am I? So that's a little nest. Oh, it's a little bird called a hummingbird. I am a hummingbird. I swiftly sail, searching for sweet nectar to sip in the summer. I fly away when the autumn chills the air. And that is the end of my story. Clap if you liked my story. Whose nest?